What is up, guys? It's Kyle and I'm back with another video. Today's video I'm gonna be showing you guys how to impossible dip. Alright guys, so in today's video I'm gonna be showing you guys how to impossible dip, just like you guys saw in the intro. So before we begin to learn how to do this exercise and skill, it's important that you guys met the requirements. So the requirements that you guys need to meet before learning how to do this exercise is at least 25 dips in a row and a 15-second L-sit. If you guys can do this with perfect form and safely, then you guys can start learning how to do this exercise. So the first step that you guys want to learn whenever you're doing this exercise is learning how to L-sit. Because what an impossible dip is basically you're starting from an L-sit position and then you're using your chest and triceps and your whole entire body and mainly in your core to lower yourself down while maintaining in an L-sit position, and then you're going on your elbows while in an L-sit position and then using solely your triceps and your chest, and you're just going straight up like this. So what you're doing is you're starting from an L-sit position, you go back, and then you're not going at a forward position, you're literally going down and then back up, down and then back up. So that's the reason why it's called impossible dip, is because this exercise is really hard, because it's not like a Russian dip where you start from here and then you go forward and then you push up. Literally what you're doing is you're starting from an L-sit position, going down, and then you're just using your chest and triceps and you're pushing back up, just like you guys saw in the intro. So I'm going to be doing a couple reps for you guys and showing you what it looks like, and then I'm going to be going through the steps that you guys can do to be able to accomplish this exercise. Alright guys, so let me show you a couple reps on what impossible dips look like, and then we'll go over the first step. Alright, so like I just said, what you're doing is you're starting from L-sit position, you're going down, and then you're not going forward like that. You're not going forward, and then you're pushing up. What you're doing is L-sit position, you're starting from here, and then you're pushing up like this, which is really hard because it's hard to push your upper body back up whenever you're in an L-sit position, because your lower body is gonna be straight while your upper body is straight like this, vertical, and then your lower body is gonna be horizontal. So it's gonna be harder to push your upper body vertical up whenever your legs are in this position. So the first step you wanna be doing is starting from L-sit position, and then you wanna learn how to go down like that. So the reason why I say doing that is because, as a first step, is because you can't do an impossible dip if you guys don't know how to start from an L-sit position and then you go down. So whenever you're going down, try not to slam your arms and your elbows on top of whatever you're doing it on, such as parallel bars or parallettes like these, because it's really dangerous and you guys can really mess up your elbow and your whole entire forearm if you just slam it. So you guys want to control the eccentric motion whenever you're going down. So what I would recommend you guys do is, instead of doing a whole L-sit, put your feet on the ground like this, and then just practice lowering your upper body down like that, and then you can go back up. So let's do a couple of these. Control the motion, guys, so you can really get a feel of what it feels like. Just like that. Alright, so after you've done a couple of those, you can start moving on to the next step. Alright guys, so I took off my shoes for this tutorial because my body is going to feel lighter without the shoes on my feet. So the second step you guys want to do is a tucked L-sit, and then you're going to go down. So what you're going to do is you're going to start from tucked L-sit, and then you're going to go down like that. Make sure you guys get really comfortable with going down and mastering it like that, so you really understand how the motion is whenever you're going down into impossible dip. Also guys, make sure you guys have mastered your dips like crazy, because this takes a lot of chest and triceps. Alright, so after you've been doing a couple of the tucked L-sits down to that position, you guys can start learning how to push yourselves back up. So like I said in the first step, this is not like a Russian dip where you're starting from an L-sit position, you're going down, but you're leaning forward like that. It's not like that. What you're doing is, from here, you're using solely your triceps and your chest, and you're pushing straight up like this, like that. So that's actually the third step. What you want to do is, like the first step, put your feet on the ground, go back down like this, It's okay if your butt's on the floor. This is really gonna assist you whenever you're learning how to push up. So use your chest and your triceps, grab the bars, and then you're gonna push up using your chest and your triceps, like this. See guys, this is why I said master your dips before doing this exercise and learning how to, because if you don't master your dips, then you guys cannot be able to do this, because it's gonna be really hard for you to push up. Because normally whenever people start doing this exercise, the first instinct that they have is to lean forward and push up, which is gonna help them, but that's not an impossible dip, that's a Russian dip. So make sure you guys have practiced starting from here, which is the third step, going down and then pushing up. That's the whole entire third step. Just practice that, like that. And then you can now move on to the fourth step, which is actually a tucked L sit. And then you're gonna go down, you're gonna push up. You're gonna actually start being able to push up from the bottom position that you're in. If you guys do feel the need to go back to previous progression and step, then you guys are free to do so, because I want you guys to master all the previous steps before you move on to the next one, so you really get a feeling of how it feels, and also you just master it so you don't get messed up during the step and injure yourself, guys. Make sure to stay safe. So fourth step, like I said, tucked L sit and go down. And then this is really where you're gonna start learning how to push up. You guys don't wanna be using too much momentum, but whenever you're first starting, you guys can use a little bit of momentum to give you a little push forward and then go back up. But over time, as you get stronger, you can just go down slowly, and then you can just start pushing up like this, up and down, instead of having to use a little bit of momentum and then pushing forward like that and then going up. So after you've done the fourth step, which is the tucked L sit, and then you can go down and push up, you can move on to doing it with one leg, like this. And then you can also add a resistance band if you guys have one. If you guys have a pull-up bar, wrap the resistance band around it, pull it down, and then put your feet in between it. Here, let me show you guys. All right guys, so if you guys are using a resistance band for the next step, then this is how you can use it. So grab a resistance band, throw it over like this, grab it, stick one side through the other side, and then pull it down like this. And then you should be able to pull it down all the way, and then you can stick your feet through it. All right guys, so pull it down, and then stick your feet inside, both feet, and then get into an L sit position, and then it should be like that. Or you can put it under your heel, and then you can do one-legged L sit, and then go down, and then just hold it like this. This is really gonna help your L sit. All right guys, so once you've been doing impossible dips with one leg and the resistance band, you can start moving on to doing it with two legs, but still adding a resistance band. So instead of having one leg out, you can have both legs out like this with the resistance band under your heel. So that's those two exercises that I just talked about just now, those are both incorporated into step 5 in 1. So moving on to step 6 is negative impossible dips. So what you're gonna do is start from L sit position, you're gonna go down, and then you're just gonna drop, and then go back up. What you guys can also do is start from L sit position, go back down, and then instead of just leaning forward like that, you can actually just stay in this position with your feet on the ground, and you start getting a feeling of starting to push up. So instead of just going up normally, just whenever you're down here, after doing the negative motion, you can stay down here and then push up like this with your feet still on the ground. So basically you're combining step 1 and this step together. You guys can do it both ways like I just showed you. You can either do it this way, and you go down and then go up normally, or you can start from L sit position, go down, and then like that. So those are negative impossible dips. You guys want to be practicing that. You guys want to master all previous 5 steps before you move on to doing negative impossible dips, because once you've been able to do negative impossible dips, you can start learning how to go down, and then you can learn how to push up while maintaining an L sit position while your body is still off the ground. All right guys, only 2 more steps left. So step 7 is doing impossible dips with the resistance band, but instead of having it under your heels, you're gonna put it around the parallel bars or the parallettes. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab it, one on each side. You're gonna wrap it under what you're grabbing, and then you're gonna grab each end and wrap it around it. And then you're gonna grab the other end and wrap the other one around it. So make sure it's super tight so that whenever you do the L-sit and then you do go down, it's basically like you're sitting on a chair with a resistance band, and when you push up, it's gonna be super easy. So this is assisted impossible dips. Like that. That's actually step 7. So if you made it to step 7, then you're super close to doing impossible dips. You just gotta keep mastering assisted impossible dips. Like that. So that's actually what I did with my training whenever I was training impossible dips. Whenever I was training impossible dips, I couldn't get up because I was really stuck at the bottom and I couldn't push up. But once I incorporated the resistance band, and then during my workouts, whenever I was training impossible dips, I actually started just doing reps over and over with the resistance band and every day, and then over time, my triceps and chest got stronger, and I got used to the motion on going down and then going up. It really came to me and I got easy. And then after that, I started practicing that. You throw away the resistance band, you get L-sit position, and then you do impossible dips. All right guys, once you've mastered doing impossible dips with the resistance band, AKA assisted impossible dips, just throw it away, and then you can start doing regular impossible dips with nothing. I promise you guys, once you have this move unlocked, everything else is gonna come easier, and you're gonna gain tremendous strength in your chest and your triceps, and just overall in your calisthenics game whenever you're doing other exercises, such as handstand push-ups, diamond handstand push-ups, anything like that. You're gonna gain amazing strength if you guys master this exercise and incorporate it into your workouts. Alright guys, that was the last and final step for the How to Impossible Dip tutorial, and as you guys can see, my whole body is drenched in sweat right now, and me showing you guys how to do this exercise for tutorial was basically a workout for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of me showing you guys how to impossible dip with 8 easy steps, and I hope you guys can incorporate it into your workout regimen, because like I said before, once you master this exercise, you're gonna gain tremendous strength in your chest and triceps, and especially your whole entire core and just your whole entire body, because your whole entire body is activated, and you're just gonna gain a tremendous strength, and everything in the calisthenic game will come easier, such as handstand push-ups, diamond handstand push-ups, even regular push-ups. Once you master this exercise, everything else is gonna come easier. So with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely share this video with a friend who wants to know how to impossible dip with 8 easy steps. Also, if you want to check out more of my content, follow me on IG at Calisthenics. I upload every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Peace out.